Having a decent short game is going to make your whole golf game so much more enjoyable. There's obviously so many variables when it comes to shots within 50, 60 yards of the green. We cannot possibly cover them all. But what I've put together here are the 4 very best lessons for the 4 most important shots that you need to hit. These 4 techniques will be used every single round you play, from bunker to pitching to chip shots. Whatever you face, we have to simplify it, and that's what this series has done. And here are some small snippets from the program to give you a taster of what to expect. I need you to remember this when it comes to standing your distance from the ball. If the sand is dry and fluffy, we want to be a little bit further away and lower this club. What that's going to do is encourage us to be a little bit more shallow instead of digging down. If the sand is a little bit wetter, a little bit heavier here, I want to stand a little bit closer to it, because that's going to make my low point just a little bit steeper and a little bit further down. So I do sort of chunk it. And let me show you what this looks like from the slightly damper, firmer sand. The ball isn't going to go quite as high, and I don't really dig my feet in tremendous amount, but more so than on fluffier sand, because my goal is to get a little bit down. I still open up that club face, but I'm standing a little bit closer to it. The same action entails, but I'm going to be positive to get it out that way. People just forget about the importance of even a very simple couple of point pre-shot routine when it comes to being around the greens. They think it only applies to irons and drives or whatever. It really does make a massive difference when you start to keep it simple for your pre-shot routine, but get precise with it. I'm not telling you to throw the grass up or visualize every single shot, but you have to have a couple of steps that you follow for each one, because it provides continuity for one thing. So whether you need to get up and down to break your personal best, or whether it's just messing around with friends, whatever it is, we want to try and get as much continuity and consistency with how we approach and attack every single shot. Now, I'm using a lob wedge here. You can use a sand wedge, you can use a gap wedge, you can use a pitching wedge. I don't care. I just want you to use something that you feel confident with. The main thing we need to do to begin with, we've talked about the sort of weight balance on the other shots. The same thing applies here. We need to have a little bit more weight on our front side. That is just going to help us move through with a bit more ease. So we're not hanging back, so we're not chunking it here, or we're not trying to flip it. Remember, this isn't a full swing. We don't need sort of that power generation, we just need control. Here I am with a very typical shot that you're going to face on every single round of golf. Just a little bit short. Let's say I didn't hit my iron quite right, or I got the wind wrong, whatever it might be. Here I am short. I've got plenty of green to work with, but what shot do I hit? I've got some slopes to have to carry over. Too many of you are going to pick your lob wedge, sand wedge, and you're going to try and execute a perfect sort of chip shot, landing it all the way to the flag, or trying to. But when we have such a small margin of possibilities of hitting a good shot, it makes it so much harder. We've got to get the right contact. We've got to get the right landing point. You see, when we're trying to fly our wedges all the way, the ball doesn't roll out very much. It's also the strike that we have to get perfectly to get that contact, to get the height and the spin and control we need. It takes practice, it takes refinement. We don't have the time to practice and do as much as the tour players, especially to learn all the different variables. So that's why these lessons are what I give to people when I'm doing playing lessons, friends, students, the things that you can remember next time you're in a bunker. The simple keys for a basic pitch shot, so you know you can give yourself a good putting chance. Having a reliable method for a basic chip shot around the greens is going to lower your scores more than you can possibly imagine. Thousands of golfers have improved their short game from these very simple principles that you can apply today to your next round of golf. I'll see you on the other side.